Hey friends, welcome back to Homeschoolology. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Nikki. I'm a homeschooling mom of 4. Got an 8th grader, 4th grader, kindergartner, and pre-K kinder age. She's 4, but she really loves doing school. So on the channel, I usually talk to guys about like secular homeschooling, but also motherhood, having a large family, traveling with a large family, and lots of other things. Today's video is a homeschool update. So I think I'm going to put this as like a mid-year update. It's not mid-year for us. We homeschool year round. But I don't like do quarters or mid-year or anything like that. But I think, just for the sake of, the algorithm, I'm going to call it a mid-year update. But basically, it's just an update on how homeschool has been going, what curriculum I said I was going to use, are we actually using it? If we're actually using it, how do we like it so far? So if that interests you, I hope you'll come along. Alright, so I'm going to kind of do this like oldest and youngest and then family style, I guess. That's kind of the process that I'm going to go through here. I think I went back and made a list of everything that I said I was going to be using, so I think I covered it all. If you have been following along and I missed something, please let me know down in the comments. While you're down there, I would love it if you would hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and give this video a thumbs up. So, let's dive into my oldest. She is in 8th grade, and we have been doing Saxon math using Nicole the Math Lady. She really likes Nicole the Math Lady a lot, the videos. I really like Nicole the Math Lady a lot. Saxon is fine. It's going okay. I don't love it. I'm just gonna go ahead and flat out say it. I don't love it. Nicole makes it very accessible. The book itself is not, and I'm not really loving like the order it's going in or how it's been a lot real quick. And she is a year ahead, so, there is that aspect to it, but the concepts, it's like, it's just not giving her enough time before it moves on to the next thing. Even though, like, and my other complaint about it is that there is so many questions. And so I did pay for the grading, which I thought was going to be so helpful for me. And it is, except that these lessons take her over an hour. There is not, I've tried all the ways of like, can we, cause I chose to do we're not even doing all of them. We're doing half of them. We're doing, the way that it does is like, if it's an even day, like an even numbered day, they do all the evens. If it's an odd numbered day, they do all the odds. And that is taking her an hour or more. And I don't want, like, nobody needs to be spending an hour on math. I'm sorry. Even if it's algebra, like, it's a lot. It's too much. She gets overwhelmed. She gets frustrated. It's just not working. It's not working. But I've invested so much money in it. So I'm trying to find ways to make it work. So I've tried having her do, like, she's already doing, like, only the evens. And then I have her only do every other of that. And then I'll go in and fill in the answers just so that, like, But I don't love that system because it's not like a true accurate representation of what she's doing. So I'm considering just like not doing the grading part on there, having her work out the problems and grading them myself so that I can just pick what I want her to do. That's so much more work than I really want to do, or even have time to do. So I'm still working on it, and I'm honestly at the point of considering just ditching it entirely altogether and just starting over with something new because she is a year ahead, so we have the freedom to kind of do that. So that might be where we're going with there. So don't love it, don't hate it. It's going okay, but it's just taking way too long. It's been my complaint from the beginning. If you've been around at all, you know that that's what I've been saying since the beginning, and I still haven't found a way to make it work for us, even though I'm trying. So, yeah. Are we getting rid of it? not quite yet. I haven't. It was a lot of money, guys. It was a lot of money. The books themselves were over $100, and then the program was like $100 and something, if I remember correctly. So it was close to $300, and I'm just not ready to say bye to $300. And then spend more money to find something else. So I don't know. We're still working on it. If I find something, I'll let you guys know. Love Nicole the Math Lady's lessons, though. I really, those we love. She and I both love them. They're short and sweet, which is why I kind of picked this, because the videos were short and sweet, got to the point, got it all done, and then it's like the problems just take her an eternity. And so don't know what I'm going to do about that. So that is how that is going. And then she is doing... we are wrapping up Robin Hood, so in the next, by the new year, so not like a new school year, but by January, she'll be moving into the next Fix It Grammar. That's still going great. It's going wonderful. I have a couple of videos on that. I'll try to link some here and down below. Going great. She's also doing spelling UC connections. I've already done like an update video on this. Because of those videos, I'm not going to go into too much, but I am going to share with you like what we've landed on, what's working for us. So basically each unit, there is some review units, but each unit has this page, which they're supposed to do some like phonics work on the bottom. We're skipping that. So we're just reading over this page, making sure she knows what all the words are. Then we're doing this page, which is the like vocabulary page, and it's like making simile, like, you know, like it's like vocabulary work on it. This I find very helpful. Then we are doing the reading page, because it's like using like context clues and making inferences and stuff that I think, analogies, stuff that I think is really good for her to work on. And then we're doing this page. I'm not necessarily making her write it over again, but I do have her go through, and right now it's making all the punctuation for them, and you're just trying to find the misspelled words. And that's been helping, because she's not seeing a lot of the misspelled words. She wasn't seeing the misspelled words, and now she is, so that's helping a lot. This word study page, most of the time we don't do it. It's more so like what I was hoping it to be, it wasn't. It's mostly like phonics review, and it's just confusing her, so we're not doing that page. And then sometimes we'll do the content area page, and so it kind of changes. It's mostly just like a read it and answer the questions. So if I think it's valuable, we do it, and then if I don't, we don't. So so that's basically what we're doing now. With it, we're only using parts of it, and that's working. I do find it helpful and useful. She doesn't love it, but she wouldn't love anything that was spelling and writing, so I'm okay with that. Is it a wonderful program? Would I be like, am I ranting and raving about it? No, not necessarily. Does it work? Yes. So that's how we're using that. We're just skipping the parts that just don't work for us. We are doing, she's doing word roots. She's still doing beginning, because what we did was we kind of went back. I ended up getting a second copy of this, and we just went back. They're just both working through the beginning book. She's going a lot faster, so she's a lot further ahead than my middle daughter. So she just does a lesson a day, or not necessarily a day. It's like some days we do it and some days we don't, but like a lesson at a time. So that is where I'm going to end on her. She is doing a lot more, but I'm going to save it to the end to talk about like the history science thing that we've been working on. So, but I'm going to save that till the end. So I'm going to move on to my middle daughter. For math, we are finishing up Gamma literally this week. This is her last week of Gamma. I will be getting Delta. Love Math UC. Been using it with kids on and off for our whole homeschooling career. I've used most of the levels. Delta is a level I actually haven't used yet because my older daughter did something different at the time, but I've used all the other levels. Love it. It's not secular. I have only come across 1 or 2 mentions of things like church. And then there was like, I don't remember what level it was, but somebody found like a mention of a Bible verse in one of the videos. I'm fine with that. So it works well for us. I like the approach. I like the way it lays it out. It works well. Like my children's brains understand it well. And so she likes that one. She doesn't love it because, you know, who loves it? But it works well for her, and so we're sticking with it. So that's been going great. And then we are doing Michael Clay Thompson. So what I am going to tell you about Michael Clay Thompson is that I'm loving it. So we have been doing Grammar Island and Practice Island, and we just started the building language recently. I did buy the bundle so that I could get the, like, how to use it, the lesson plans. I couldn't think of that word to save my life. Not really using those very much. I'm glad I got it to see what it was and what it's like. It helped me kind of like get an idea, but I very, very quickly threw that out the window, not using that anymore. But I'm going to be planning, like, I'm going to do it. This is going to have its own video because I feel like it deserves its own video of like how we're using it, what exactly I like, but I do like it a lot. I think it is a great next step from, we were doing pinwheels with her. She was a little bit of a struggling reader, so we got a late start on the pinwheels, but you know, I raved about that, and you guys know that. I feel like this is a really good next step, and I think it's going really well. It actually ties in really well with the building language, ties in really well with the word roots, which I wasn't expecting, but it was a happy surprise. So when I started the building language, she started doing a lesson, not necessarily a lesson a day. Like my oldest does a lesson a day, but she really does more like a page and a half a day. And so that is, but it's going so well. And yeah, so that is going to be a video that is going to be coming for you guys real soon. Then she's been working on cursive. I'm not using any curriculum right now. I had like a free thing that I found online. She's been working through that. I made like her name so she could work on learning her signature, and things like that. So she's just been working on that, and then she's been working on independent reading quite a bit. My oldest, I don't require it of her because she's a pretty good reader, like on her own. She just enjoys reading every once in a while, so she'll pick up a book and read. My middle daughter, I do have to kind of encourage her a little bit more. So she does have, like, it's something that she's required to do, but it's going really well. She's finished a couple of books already, and so been going great. So that is the end of her, like, solely independent work. Moving on to my kindergartner for his independent work. He is doing pinwheels. He's doing great. He just read his very first book the other day, and it was super exciting. He's doing really well. So he knows all his vowel sounds. We are working on consonants now, and he's doing great. He really is doing great. It's going great. You guys know I love pinwheels so much. I have tons of videos on them. I'll link them down below. Love it. Going well. And then we're doing Math with Confidence by Kate Snow. I will say that he absolutely loves this. Like, loves the workbook. He wants to do 4 or 5 pages a day. Like, he is just zooming through it. We've hit a point where it's starting to get a little bit more challenging, and so he's doing less pages at a time. But I will say that we weren't really using the teacher manual much because it was, while I think the lessons are really great and valuable, it just kind of, he's a late kindergartner, like he's 6 already, and it was kind of just a little below him, and so he didn't really need it. So I kind of haven't been doing a lot of that. I also have Matthew C. Primer, which is going to cover some of the things in it that this covered, like as far as like 10 frames and stuff like that. And so I haven't been using this a lot, but I did like I said, we got to a point in the workbook that now it's finally a little bit challenging for him. And so I am starting to use this a little bit more to kind of help explain what the worksheets are asking for. But if you guys want to see kind of a more in-depth look at this, or like do a lesson with us or something like that, let me know down in the comments. But huge hit. Absolutely love this. Like, love, love, love. We'll continue using it 100% for sure. So that is basically all he does independently. We do have a couple of books. I've shared them before. It's like in any day in the life video, you've seen us do them. There's like colors, shapes, numbers, and you know, we go through all of that. And then he joins us for a few things here and there. I did say that we were going to be using Dash into Learning. Hasn't happened yet. I think I want to get a little further into Pinwheels where he can read a little bit more before we start working on that. Like read the basics a little bit more before we start working on that. So that hasn't started. Hoping in January. And also I have the Brave Writer quill from last year. I didn't get it this year, but I didn't use them all last year. And I said I was going to be using those, and we just simply, life has been busy and I just haven't gotten to it. So that is still like, you know, I have them over in my teacher manual section, and it is still something that I plan to use, but we haven't started using it yet, so I don't really have an update on that yet. So that is it. My preschooler, she has the same workbooks that my son does, and a few other little things like sticker books and things like that. And so she just comes along when she wants to, when she feels like it. Sometimes she does exactly what he's doing. Sometimes she, you know, doesn't. Sometimes she just works on something else, or just works on writing her letters while he's working on sounding them out. She knows all her vowel sounds, and some of her consonants. She's not quite interested yet. Like I said, she's only 4. And so with her, it is what it is. Whatever she wants to do, that's great. If she doesn't do it, that's great too. Like I normally wouldn't even homeschool any child at this age. But she just wants to. She likes being involved. And so I'm just kind of keeping things like easy-go-lucky. What she wants to do, she does. What she doesn't want to do, that's fine too. So she is using the Math with Confidence, and she's going at a lot slower pace, but she is doing, she's doing actually pretty well. So that was pretty good. So moving on to our family subjects. I'm going to start with like one that the big one, the history and science, history of science, big history project, all big one bundle thing that we've been working on. It was going really, really well when things were cruising along. We were doing it with another family. They were coming over once a week. We were doing an activity. It was going wonderfully. And I really like the big history project. I'm really happy with the things that I chose to add into that. I had some things out here. Let me look for them. Hold on. So we are using the science chunks. We're using bits and pieces of it. We're not using everything, but I do like them. I do like them a lot. I think they're working pretty well for us. And so those I like. I don't remember if I've done a follow-up video on these or not. So if you'd like to see one, let me know. And then we have only done one lesson out of a couple of the things, like Curiosity Chronicles. We've only done one lesson so far. What we did, I liked. That went well. So I think we're going to continue to like that. We've only done one lesson out of the history or the art program that I got from Layers of Learning. We've only done one lesson. It went well, so that's all I can really say about that right now. We've only done one lesson out of the writer's workshop. It went well. That's all I can say about it right now. So I do plan on doing a few more of those things in the next few weeks. So hopefully by my next update, there'll be some more things. But all of that has been going good. It's just I don't feel like I have enough to share with you quite yet about it. But I will say Big History Project is amazing, and I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. We've been using like it from the website as well as the stuff from Khan Academy, like the quizzes and things, and it's going so well. The videos are great. The kids really like it. Pulling in the activities from the science chunks has really been helpful. So all of that has been going great. I said I was going to be doing House on Food Corner. Haven't started it yet. I said we were going to be doing Sisters of Neversea. We read one chapter. So those aren't necessarily going great, but it is something that we are going to be doing eventually. we have done several lessons out of Woven Melodies. We do it all together with all 4 of my kiddos, and we are loving it. This is a really great program. And so that is going really well. If you want to hear more about that, let me know, and I'll do another update on that. And then last but not least, I have philosophy for kids. We're just not doing it right now. We're just not getting to it. We only do 1 question a week anyways. So that's not really happening all that much, but we do like it. It's something that I absolutely love, and I have a video. I'll share it here for you guys. So this video is already getting kind of long and rambly. As I said, some of these I'm going to be doing a little bit more in depth, like the Michael Clay Thompson, and then I have a video coming out on like how my planner's been going and how much I love that. And so I'm going to be sharing all of that. So make sure you've hit the notification bell and subscribed and liked to make sure that you guys see that coming out. And then I think that's all I'm going to share with you guys for this video. So if I missed something, let me know. If there's something else you want me to talk about, let me know. If you have any questions about any of these things that we've been working on, I'm happy to answer them the best I can. If you haven't seen my life update video, things got a little crazy and a little out of whack, so I'm not as far into some of these things as I wish I would have been. But I think that's all I'm going to share with you guys today. Don't forget, you can always follow us over on Instagram at Homeschoolology, and I hope you'll come back and chat with me again real soon. I'll talk to you guys later.